Hello students, in today's video we shall be learning about formal letters or business letters. When you write a business letter, do you feel stuck in between or feel something is missing? Then do watch this lesson on how to simplify your burden when it comes to writing a formal letter. And before that, let us just know a bit on the purpose as to why we need to write formal letters or business letters. When we write a formal letter, the purpose may be several. You may be writing a letter to request some kind of information that you are looking for, or while applying for any job, or a letter of complaint, and many more such purposes. So let us now know the parts of a letter, and so that you will be able to structure your letter well and give it a professional outlook. Now we shall have a look at the parts of the letter. In the top center, you can see here we have the address of the person to whom you are writing to, and we have the details next given here, as you can see, along with the opening, the body, conclusion, and the closing. So this is to have a brief idea on the parts of the letter. We shall get into the details of this, and let us discuss the first part of it, which is the address of the person writing the letter. So as you can see here in the top center, you have to place the address of the person you are writing the letter. If you have a letterhead, well and good, because it saves your time and it will already be printed in this format, the address. So in that case, you do not have to write it again. But if you do not have a letterhead, then you need to put in the address in the top middle. Please remember that. And after that, you leave a line, and on the left, you have to leave some margin. Remember to leave some margin, say about 1 centimeter. And then you begin writing the date, which is given in this example. It is given in the DD, and YY format, which means the month first, then the date, a comma, and then the year. And you may alternatively follow the DD, YY format as well. So either of the two you can follow. After that, you just have to leave a line and start off with the name and address of the person of the business that you are addressing, the person to whom you are addressing here. So the name is given here and the format, and then the designation. In this case, in the example you can see here, Mr. John Taylor, with the designation as Director of Operations. Below that, you have to write down the company name and the address of the company. Now, in some cases, if the name is not, like if you're not mentioning the name in the letter, then you can simply start by writing the name of the company along with the address. So the first two parts, that is the name and designation, then will be skipped if you do not mention it in the letter. And then you begin the greeting, where you are going to start by addressing the person whom you are writing to. So in this case, in the example, it is given here, Dear Mr. Taylor, as the greeting, where the way of addressing dear and the name of the person you are addressing to is being given here. And in case of the greeting or salutation, there are two ways. One is you can write dear sir or madam when the name is not known. Okay, so if you do not know the name of the person, then you address him as sir or madam. And if the name is known, then you would have to mention the specific name that is given, which is in the second number 2. You can see here, Dear Mr. Jenkins. That has been written here. Okay, and then we have the opening of the letter, which should state the clear reason for writing. Make sure whatever the reason, that has to be clear. So the opening should state a clear reason. In this example, the reason talks about our new letterhead indicates we have recently changed the name of our business from Fort Vancouver Manufacturing to Vancouver Manufacturing. So the change of the name is the reason that has been mentioned clearly. Clear-cut reason. Okay, so opening would begin with the clear reason for writing, and thereafter you have the body. So once the opening is done, we will leave one space and start a new paragraph with the body, where we will mention the relevant information and any questions that will be addressed in the body. So in this case here, the example is been given how the relevant information has been given. After that, next we have the conclusion, that is where we request for a fast reply or a quick action we can request for, along with a polite finish. So the finish should be such that, it should sound very much polite, because it's a formal letter. We are addressing the person concerned here in a formal way. So a polite finish is important. For example, in this example, we appreciate your cooperation. So this gives the polite finish. After that, we have the next one, that is the closing of the letter, where we will end the letter with yours faithfully or yours sincerely, along with the signature. Now, yours faithfully, yours sincerely. When do we use it? So in case where we do not know the name of the person, we will include yours faithfully, and in case where we do know the name of the person, then we will include yours sincerely. After yours sincerely, just leave one line space or two lines space, and leave that part for the signature. So that is where you have to put in the signature. Now, so that is the end of the format, the simple step-by-step format. You can now have a look at the useful language that might be handy when you're writing a letter. Here are some of the examples which you can go through, so that it helps you in writing your formal letter. Hope that helps, and good luck. Thank you.